Aki Kareem here for Hennessy Sports. I'm joined by former world champion Ricky the Hitman Hatton and talented young professional Brett McGinty, all the way from Manchester. Guys, it's fight week, and firstly, Brett's in a good fight. He's developing well, and you must be very proud of him at the minute, Ricky.
Absolutely, yeah. This will probably be his last four rounder, and then we'll go on to six. Each fight, he got his first stoppage in his last victory. He's improving all the time, and not just in the ring. He slipped a gear in the gym. The things that we've been working on, from day one, are just all starting to come into play to his game a little bit more naturally now. And I think that's what you're going to see a big difference every time. You're seeing a big difference every time he steps in the ring, and I think you're going to see an even bigger difference tomorrow. Yeah.
Brett, people are starting to really talk about you. They're saying you could be a real one to watch. But you've got a job to do in the ring, haven't you, as well? You've got to keep focus. So how do you manage to keep focus when everyone's talking about you now as a young prospect?
The talk's good, Aki, you know what I mean? The fact that people's talking about me means I'm obviously doing something right, you know what I mean? Most important thing for me now is just to improve in every fight. I feel like I've done that from the last three now. I've improved on every fight, and as Ricky says, this camp has been pretty good. The sparring's been very solid, especially towards the end. I've probably had my two best spars, my last two spars, in this camp. So, everything going well. I've prepared really well. We've prepared really well in the gym, as we always do. I'm feeling good, and I'm absolutely ready for Saturday.
A real Irish feel to the card as well. We've got some great Irish fighters on here. I know you've got ambitions to fight for the Irish title down the line as well. What's it like just having that real great resurgence of Irish boxing currently as well?
Oh, it's brilliant. You know what I mean? We're over here in Coventry. Obviously, we're not in Ireland, but there's plenty of Irish on the bill. It kind of feels like a home from home. Do you know what I mean? Which is brilliant. Me and Stevie was saying with Hennessy Sports before the show, and now they've picked up Aaron as well. So that's three Irish fighters on the Hennessy Sports team. So hopefully in the not too distant future we can keep winning, we can keep doing our job, and eventually get fights back home and bring a crowd from back home as well.
Ricky, you've got a busy few months coming up with your fighters, Brett of course being one of them. Tell us a little bit about that, and also in terms of Brett specifically, what makes Brett such a good fighter?
We've got a busy few months coming up. We've got Chloe Watson making a professional debut in a couple of weeks. We've got Ibrahim Nadim's just going to have his I think his fifth professional fight just before Christmas. Then Campbell's fighting in Bilbao. He's making his fifth fight hopefully going to make it to 5-0. So very, very busy. And it's as far as Brett goes, I think he's right up Ricky Hatton's street. You know what I mean? He's like, and he attacks well. He's good defensively, solid defensively, and even though he has that attacking style and body punching and aggressive, he looks for the knockout. He's a knockout fighter. But to have the amateur pedigree that he had, he's got a lot more than just the aggressiveness. And that's what's impressing me more than anything. We're seeing him attack. We're seeing him impress the audiences. We're seeing him putting in great performances. But I know he's got a lot to come. He hasn't showed half of what he's got in his armoury, and that's the exciting thing as his trainer, to be honest. Yeah.
Remember the first time watching you, I thought that left hook reminds me of the way that Golovkin throws the left hook. But so big talk there from Ricky. He's got a lot of hopes and ambitions for you. What sort of performance are you expecting tomorrow night?
I'm expecting a very good performance, Aki. Nothing less. As I say, preparations have been brilliant. Since I've come over to this, man, we're improving all the time. As I say, every day in the gym room's a learning day with him and Blaine. I feel like I'm improving all the time, and I just want to continue that on now. I feel like I'm improving on every fight, and I'm sure tomorrow night will be no different. As I say, preparations have been good. I'm ready to go, and I'm ready to put in a solid, explosive performance tomorrow.
And just finally, Ricky, the card itself, it's been really well matched. There's some exciting fights on there. Are you looking forward to the card in general?
Brilliant. We've got the Irish lads, McKenna lads and Brett. You've got heavyweight there in Big Welshie. And it's great. To be honest, even though they're from Ireland and they're fighting in Coventry, I know I've got friends from Coventry, and even they're building up a fan base in Coventry, with the performances that they're putting on. At first, because of my friends, they just come to watch Brett fight, but when they've come and seen the McKenna brothers and how talented they are, more and more of my mates are starting to come to see them, and that's how fan bases are built sometimes. Boxing in the same venue and in the same city, because my fan base was built up through fighting in Manchester on a regular basis, and that's where he'll have the following back home, and hopefully Mick's is dead keen for taking the boys, to top the bill in Ireland, which all in good time. But at the minute, they're really impressing the Coventry fans, and there's been a few fights of the years on this bill. Mick's putting on some really, really good shows, and I think tonight the light heavyweight fight, I think it's going to be an absolute classic. There's a few with the weigh-in and the press conferences, there's a few bad blood between them all. It's entertainment all the way, and tune into it tomorrow. Yeah.
Just picking up from that, what I mentioned to Brett there about Irish boxing. I mean, you fought some Irish fighters back in your day, some good rivalries there. But can you tell us a little bit about that and going forward?
Yeah, I have a great connection. I've trained a few boys from Ireland. It's not just the Guinness I drink that I love from Ireland, is it? But no, but the McKenna brothers have impressed on every show they've done, just like Brett's doing. And I know the McKenna brothers and Brett are dead keen for topping the belt to win Irish titles, dead keen to top the bill in the hometown. There's nothing that you'd love better than going to Donegal and topping the bill. But it's just learning stages at the minute. The main thing is getting the reputation up, building the fan base up, and they're impressing every time they box. And there's no reason why we can't go to Ireland in the very, very near future with 3 lads top of the bill fighting for titles. Very exciting times for Irish boxing.
Tune in tomorrow night. It's going to be a good one. Best of luck to you both, guys. Best of luck.
Pleasure.